Hi there, this is Jen, and thank you for joining me today. Today I'm participating in a fun hop that is organized through the Craft Collabs Facebook group, and the organizer is Miranda Mathis. The sponsor for this month is Crackerbox and Suzy Stamps, and there is a giveaway associated with this hop, so listen on, and I will go ahead and explain that a little later in the video. Crackerbox and Suzy Stamps are red rubber stamps, and I have chosen to work with these three stamps. The large one is called Feet Large, and the flower is called Flower Large. And then the third stamp is the sentiment, which just says, be what you want to be. And that stamp set is called Be. I will leave a link for the Facebook group Craft Collabs as well as for Crackerbox and Suzy Stamps, and that is also up on the screen. And so for my card, I wanted to do something really easy and bright and cheerful to go along with the theme, which is thinking of you. And so I've grabbed a piece of Canson XL watercolor paper, and I have prepped that with my embossing bag. And now I'm taking the flower stamp and inking that up with some Versamark embossing ink. And then I'm going to use some white embossing powder on the flowers, and I will heat set that with my heat tool. And I did not put any flowers in the center because I will be placing the feet image on top, and so there was no reason to add flowers that you're not going to see. And to color up the flowers, I am using some watercolor pencils by Faber-Castell, and I will have the colors that I use listed in the description below. These are fairly new to me. I have an off-brand watercolor pencils that I don't use often, but I got these around Christmas time, and so I thought I would use them a little bit. And I am no expert by any means on these pencils, but I have that off-brand, and they don't move nearly as well as these Faber-Castells do. They move really easily when I bring the water. They're very pretty and vibrant in their colors. And for the flowers, I just wanted a little bit of a messy look, so I took the pencil and colored inside of the petals, and then took my water brush and just move that color around. And I set that aside to dry, finish that up, and I'm going to take the big stamp, and this is quite a big stamp. That's a 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 panel, and it takes up a lot of the room, so about half of the card. And I'm going to keep in line with the flowers and white emboss this image as well. And white embossing this kind of gives it a little bit of a no line look, but it made it a little harder for me to color. And luckily though, this image is fairly big and there wasn't a lot of tiny little details, or I might not have been able to do it. And so I am again going to take my Faber-Castell watercolor pencils and color up the feet and the one single flower that is in the image. And again, I'll have a listing of the colors I used below. And I do several layers of coloring. I just put a base layer of a cream, and then I'm using some yellows and pinks, and I believe I go in with an ochre just to darken it up because they were looking a little yellow, the legs. And so now's the perfect time to tell you about the giveaway while I am coloring. The giveaway is for a $25 gift certificate, and this is open US and international. And again, the generous donor of the gift certificate is Crackerbox and Suzy Stamps. And all you have to do to enter is follow along the individuals on the hop. And your entry will be your comment on each of the hop stops. More information about the announcement and the deadlines will be listed in the description below. So good luck to everyone, and I hope you enjoy all of the videos on the hop. And I finished up the coloring of the images, and so I'm going to take a piece of yellow washi tape, one in the corner and then one across the bottom. I do add some liquid glue to the back of that panel or that piece as well, just to make sure it's adhered. And the sentiment from the Crackerbox and Suzy is kind of big, and so I chose to put that on the inside of the card. And then if I go to send this out, I can always find like a smaller sentiment that says thinking of you or whatever it's going to be, and put like a small strip of white cardstock with some black lettering on it, and I think that might work really well. And because Versafine Black is a pigment ink and takes forever to dry, I went ahead and took a piece of paper and inserted it. I did actually use my heat gun as well, but I just wanted to make sure that that ink wasn't going to transfer to the other side of the card panel. And I'm going to go ahead and use some of my tape runner to apply to the back of the panel, and I adhered that to my card base. And to embellish the card a little bit, I am using some really tiny flat back pearls that are colored, and that will finish off this card. I hope you enjoyed. If you liked this video or found it informative, please go ahead and give me a thumbs up. Enjoy your hop-in today, and I hope to see you next time. Thanks so much.